Morning, I am in Surfers Paradise and what an absolute view. Backdrop, woo! Backdrop skyscrapers, and then we've got this. I think this is probably my favourite. I like it. In terms of actual like beach vibes, I love it. Just the backdrop of just being like next to, on the beach next to obviously the skyscrapers is cool. It is cool. So yeah, got here quite late last night. Just literally went straight to sleep. This morning, an early start, 8:30, but I was just chatting in my hostel with a few people, just having a chat, getting to know people. Obviously, pretty much the rest of my trip from now till when I get back to Melbourne, I'm on my own. Like, got that balance where I'm with people who I know and doing stuff with them. But then I think it's also good to just be on your own, which I've obviously had in Byron to an extent. And now obviously this part of the trip I'm going to be with people, meeting a lot of people. And you know, I've already met some cool people here for 3 nights, but that's pretty much today and tomorrow here. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's just going to be a lot of partying, which I don't mind. You know, I haven't really partied this trip, so it'd be good to do that. But yeah, let's just see what happens.
We didn't build nothing overnight. People spawn hard as the face. Said we can't see that. Now who talked about? They say that we did that. Spawn hard as the face. Said we can't see that. Now who talked about? They say that we people spawn hard as the face. Said we can't see that. Now who talked about? They say that we did that. Spawn hard as the face. Said we can't see that. Now who talked about? They say that we did that.
Okay, so walked around Surfers today, what's on the beach. I think I'm going to try and find a gym and put down a session. 11/12 days since the last train, so I feel like I've got a bit of free time today, so I might just see if I can find a gym and put down a session. So I'm going to hopefully do deads, bench, lat pull down, or a version of lats. Do a bit of squatting, some isolation work, biceps, tries, and maybe at calves. So yeah, just keep it really simple, put it in a strength sort of rep range for my compounds. Again, it's to hold size. That's the problem when you're traveling, trying to obviously hold size is very difficult. So it's just about minimizing the regression. So before I start my session, I just want to make this point. So people might not understand like why you're training while you're away, are you meant to be enjoying yourself and things like that. So the thing is like, because fitness is such a part of my life, it's like, even when I'm away, I'm thinking about things, I'm mulling over, like, even though like, for example, my food's off and stuff, I'm still actively thinking about it, because the fact of the matter is, you like, obviously started lifting when I was 16, but really got into it sort of 20, 21, and now you've invested that amount of time into it. You've invested that amount of time into membership, into supplements, in researching things, in terms of food and things like that, because like trying to put on size and things like that, it isn't cheap. And that's why it's because I've made this investment of 4 years in terms of lifting, and the progression has been, yeah, it's not been compared to like a Mr. Olympian or full-time bodybuilder. Yeah, it hasn't been great. Do you know what I mean? Like, but in terms of obviously doing what I'm doing and doing it around like full-time uni and training here and like working full-time, the results of that I think have been good. Like, I will eventually put out a video where I'm going to, hopefully very soon, when I'm going to explain to you my journey in terms of doing it around life. But that's why, like, it's the fact the gym is an investment, investing in yourself, investing in your future health, investing in your mentality. It's a lot of different things that make me want to train when I'm away, which to some people they might not understand, but I get that completely, you know, I get it. But for me, when like I said, you've invested 4 years of your time into something, you're doing it 4 days a week and you've seen the change, I can't just switch off. I'm not someone who can switch off from that, because at the end of the day, when I go back home, I want to obviously have not regressed as little as possible, so I can jump back in and start pushing on even further. But again, I've got to make you've got to make that toss-up. Life is also for living. So like I said, you've seen I've been living these last sort of 10, 11 days, you know, I've been having the time of my life. But now obviously I've got a bit of time, so let's just take advantage of the time and just put a session down. So yeah, that hopefully explains it. Like I said, it does. I hope that explains it. For some people, it may seem weird, like what you're doing, but it's. I've explained it. There we go. I've got the figures on my phone in terms of what I was lifting before I went to UK. So it's about getting as close to that as possible. Now I know I don't have my squat shoes, I don't have my lifting belt, so with squats and deads especially, it's going to be very difficult to hit those numbers. But I think the main thing is just going to failure that last 2 sets, just to make sure that, again, I'm pushing the strength and actually pushing myself as much as possible. So that's the plan. So pre-workout, Monster, Ultra Sunrise, 0 sugar. So yeah, time to go and train. Let's get it done. See, I know I can lift heavier, like PB's 157.5. I'm doing about 90 kilos, so it's way down, but you know, when you haven't got squatting shoes and you haven't got a belt and you're training like sort of, you know, 12, 10, like I said, a week and a half, it's just about, just like I said, it's just about stopping regression. I could easily lift more, but my form would go. See, it sounds like I'm saying I'm too reliant on those 2 things, but it's more just a safety thing as well. I just don't want to get injured here. So that was 10 reps on 90 on deads. So now I'm going to jump up to, I'm just going to do 5 reps at 100. I suppose there again, there's your bit of realism for this vlog, like just being realistic about it and what's actually attainable. We're now dead in 157 out here without a belt, without lifting shoes, not training 10 days, nutrition's been out of point. That's just stupid. Like going for 140 plus would be stupid. So just keep it comfortable again. We're not here to make gains here. Let's be realistic about it. We're just trying to hold size and hold gains. Right, so workout done. Like I said, I did a full body session. Filmed some bits. I'm not entirely sure the quality, so if it's really bad, I apologise. Yeah, just didn't have anyone filming to film me, and on your phone it makes it quite difficult. I'm just going to insert a photo now, so I just want to put that photo in now. So I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised at how lean I'm still am, because obviously, and I've held size quite well for the first week. Obviously, the first week is not going to be the amount of losses of gains is going to be minimal anyway, because like 1 week isn't going to make a difference. But even then, I am still surprised at how lean I am and how big I look. Now I know the lighting in that gym was really good. I've got to put it down to that to an extent. So, but even then, I am still very surprised. Good session, really enjoyed myself. Like I said, I like using all the gyms because it's just nice. It's good to take out your comfort zone. Good to see what machines they have. They had some really good machines that they don't have back home. So yeah, it was really good to try some of that. In terms of the numbers I'm lifting, yeah, they're all very similar to what I was lifting before I got home, before my last session about 10 days ago. So I'm reasonably happy. I expected that, but it's good to see that. Morning. I'm on a bus. I'm off to Burleyhead. I'll jump off some stuff. I'll jump off a bridge, swim in the lagoon. So stay tuned. Went out last night. Good night. Went to a place called Sin City here in Surfers. Really good night. Had my first experience of Goon. About to jump off some stuff. Stay tuned.
My world revolves around you. You're the earth in my galaxy. On a never-ending orbit. Destination planet ecstasy.
vlogging. I haven't vlogged today. Not really done much to warrant vlogging. In Noosa now. I travelled up here from Surfers. It's the one night here. It's just basically a passing point to get to Fraser Island. Tomorrow I get a bus from here in Noosa to Rainbow Beach, and then Friday I'll be on Fraser. That's about it. Just thought I'd give you a little update in terms of what's been going on.